Hello and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is Friday, August 7th, 2020. Today is our Friday Insights edition. We're going to talk about some real-time, relevant market moving economic information that was released, as well as some insights for your weekend and the weeks ahead. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. So let's discuss employment and unemployment. Those numbers that are released today, we have it updated on economic data. And it's really impactful to the U.S. economy as well as the markets, because anything that hits the economy ultimately will work its way as it relates to all these corporations and really what the markets are going to look at and pay attention to as we do. So today was a positive number. We had 1.8 million in July added back or rehired, if you will, in across the United States as the reopening is happening. If you combine that with May and June, actually performed a record, a 2-month record of 7.5 million combined. So you add that with July, you got 9.3 million cumulative total of jobs added back or rehired to the U.S. economy over the last 3 months, which is tremendous. It's exactly what we thought it would happen in terms of sort of the rubber band, as I described as an analogy. The further you stretch it, the harder you stretch it, it's just going to snap back. And when it snaps back, it should be strong if you have a strong economy, or a strong rubber band, if you will. So this is indication we have a strong economy, but that we're not out of the woods, because our unemployment rate is still at 10.2%. So it was better. The jobs number was better than all the analysts' expectations. The unemployment is better than the rate that was projected. So the trend is our friend right now. But I think we're going to have some work to do between now and year end. Yes, we'll get below double digits or below the 10% number on the unemployment rate. But will we get back to the February all-time low, which is under the 4% mark right now? And to do that, we need to, the U.S. economy needs to hire back 12.9 million just to get back to where we were when we first started the year. Ultimately, I don't think that's going to happen, right? We've had markets go up, and there's plenty of recessions that we've seen, from the most recent 2007, 2008, Great Recession, 2001 to 2003. That recession as well. It took 5 years, respectively, on just about both of those recessions for us to get back to that peak unemployment or employment for the U.S. economy, if you will. So it would take about 5 years on average when you go through a recession. Well, that means that we're not going to get down to our February numbers. And reality, if you look at the numbers in here, the 12.9, a lot of corporations use this for, let's say, employees that are close to retirement, offering them early retirement, so they're out of the workplace permanently, or just right-sizing their employee base. And so maybe they are going to ask for more out of their employees with less. Ultimately, and then the service sector, as I talked about, a lot of these businesses, if you're a restaurant, you're never going to reopen. So those jobs right now are never coming back. And then you add in technology. As I said, this is a technological revolution. Corporations and small businesses are going to utilize technology sort of to replace that worker and automate, as it has always happened in the history of time. Technology will replace, and ultimately that means that the worker has to then go back. And on the short term, it's pain. On long term, for an economy, it's healthy, long term, multi-decades, because that employee is displaced, has to go back, and the only way to get rehired is to find a new skill, learn a new skill, improve themselves. And once you do that, ultimately the economy gets stronger longer term. That's sort of an economics 101, bigger take. The short term, we got a lot of economic pain for Americans across the United States that's ahead of us. And that's the most important thing, that we need Congress to act over the weekend. I don't think they will. Again, it's Friday, and lo and behold, there's no deal. And I think it's going to go on for quite some time. Again, both of them are going to play political football and ultimately play to their base, dig in and agree to disagree, and spend a bunch of our money that hopefully will help the right people at the right time, but not too many other benefits that they're looking to throw out there. And but I don't think they're going to agree on anything. I think this could go on for another week or so, the way it's happening. But people need some help, as evidenced by the employment report. And so hopefully Congress acts, and hopefully they get something done this weekend. Maybe we could be positive on that. So that's our employment report today. And finally, again, the China rhetoric is happening. it's followed up with some action. President Trump went after TikTok, and he added some additional requirements, or basically an executive order saying that we can't do business, any U.S. company can't do business with them. He's basically just doubling down or tripling down or quadrupling down on this issue of China. Ultimately, it's playing to the political base right now. But again, it's a rhetoric feature versus action, because what he did do is he said within 45 days. So you got to watch these little nuances of how this plays out. He didn't do it immediately. He said within 45 days. That's what the executive order is. And that's when these sort of additional restrictions and sanctions and so on and so forth will take place. Again, this is something that'll going to continue to evolve, but it's not going to continue to go away. So we got to watch the actions versus the rhetoric. Markets move negatively as it relates to this. So this weekend, it's going to be a sort of an interesting news cycle nonetheless. But that's all I have for you today. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. And again, like and subscribe. I think we're getting well over 250 right now on our YouTube channel. And so thanks. People are watching. Take care. Have a great day.